Welcome to the U Sports Report New Mexico, your #1 source for all things sports, national and local. Khalil A. Colonna next to Kimbri Temple. And Kimbri, we've had some amazing games over the past week. The NBA playoff push is really coming hard.
It is. It's giving fans just so much more excitement right now. I think this intensity going into the summer is the best part of the NBA season.
That's right. It is getting down. Let's take you all around the nation with some NBA scores from Tuesday night. That's right, we're looking at Oklahoma City and the Detroit Pistons. An interesting note here, during the trade deadline, point guard Reggie Jackson was traded from OKC to Detroit. To much chagrin, it was not necessarily a happy parting on that note, Kimbri.
Absolutely not. I think that is definitely a difficult time for teams when a key player is traded to another team and then they have to play each other. It just makes it so awkward.
Exactly. There was no loss of bad blood between these two. As you saw previously, Kevin Durant did not play coach's decision to give him a little bit of rest. There's Jackson with a dunk, emphatically feeling it as the Detroit Pistons are able to pull away the game. Russell Westbrook was not happy with the loss. 88-82, the Detroit Pistons win, setting Oklahoma City back. It was a snapping of the Thunder's 8-game winning streak. After the game, Russell Wilson said that he did not take to Reggie Jackson's antics lightly.
No, and I think that broke their ego quite a bit as well.
Yes, it did. It did. Marquise Morris finished up the game with 24.7 rebounds. Tobias Harris added 17 and 7. The aforementioned Reggie Jackson, 13 points and 6 assists. Let's move on to the West Coast, where we have the NBA leading defending champion Golden State Warriors taking on the Washington Wizards. The Wizards really trying hard to make something happen in this playoff push. But as everybody knows, when you go to Golden State, it's hard to win. Steph Curry stepping back. Yes, I believe he called glass on that, ladies and gentlemen. That was a three-pointer, banking it. Hey, it counts anyway. Steph is the man. They win handily, 102-94. They absolutely pulled away. Curry with 26.7 rebounds, 7 assists. Draymond Green, 15, 9, and 16. Draymond Green is literally getting close to a triple-double machine.
He is, and that's something that you don't see quite so often in the NBA.
Not often at all. The next game coming up, ladies and gentlemen, you heard about Aaron Gordon, right? He was in the dunk contest. Oh, well, we're going to Cleveland, Houston, as a matter of fact. LeBron James sitting again. Is Coach Tyronn Lue really resting LeBron James, helping him, get ready for the playoffs? And this game without LeBron was tough. Kyrie Irving did everything he could to help them out by adding 31 points. However, James Harden was not to be stopped. He's picking up his game at just the right time, Kimbri.
He has some serious momentum with his team, and we see LeBron here not a happy camper.
Not a happy camper at all. He looks good in the suit. He would have looked better if he had a uniform on the court.
I could not agree with you more on that.
Yes, Cleveland has a firm playoff position, but they're just not quite gelling. We have yet to see LeBron, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love mix, and LeBron's looking down like, man, I don't know what we're going to do. Houston pulls off the game, 106-100. Okay, now I talked about Aaron Gordon. He took second place in the dunk contest. It was more like first place because it would seem like a veritable tie between he and Zach LaVine. Ladies and gentlemen, just wait till you see what he did in this game as the Orlando Magic took on the Brooklyn Nets. Jay-Z is not a happy man, ladies and gentlemen. They are not really doing it in Brooklyn, and here we go. Little fast break action, loose ball, and boom. That is what you call a monster dunk. And just think of this, Kimbri. Aaron Gordon was this close. He was this close to becoming a New Mexico Lobo.
Could have been a Lobo, was not a Lobo. However, still very well in the NBA. He is just dominating.
He is doing his thing. There were dunks all around. Orlando runs away with this. The coach is like, it's over. Let me put in the scrubs. 34 points, ladies and gentlemen. 139-105. Orlando takes out the Brooklyn Nets. Jay-Z is not a happy man. It seems that his investment is not really panning out. But I do believe he said in a lyric, the Nets can go 0-82, and he'll still act like everything is gravy.
Hey, You got to do what you got to do in the world of sports.
Yes, and they're really close to 0-82. Okay, getting one more game in and around the nation, we've got the Chicago Bulls playing the Indiana Pacers. Now, Chicago is really trying hard to get into the playoffs to solidify that 8th spot. Indiana is comfortably in there, and this was a big game that the Bulls absolutely needed. We got some points right there. Paul George kind of coming in, doing his thing. He was just, you know, he stepped up with 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. He tried hard, but Nikola Mitrovic came through and absolutely put him away. 28 points, 10 rebounds when Derrick Rose and Jimmy Butler and Paul Gasol really didn't step up. This guy stepped up and gave Chicago everything they needed for a much important win for them.
He did. He put the team on his back, and he led Chicago to a very successful night. You know, if they make it into the playoffs, I think that they need to give him a big thank you basket.
They really are a huge thank you basket, and actually give him more baskets, give him the ball a little bit closer.
There
so
you
he
go.
could come through and really make some things happen. All right, that's it for Around the Nation for us right here. Stay tuned, because coming up we have our college rundown with the man, the master, Tyler Ortega. All that coming up next on the U Sports Report.